Namaste, divine friends. Welcome to my first in a series of yoga classes we're going to be presenting for you. In this series, we're going to start from the basics and go, very simple, very basic, and then build week by week, month by month into a quite deep, quite involved practice. But it's nice to just start at the beginning. In this class, we're going to strip everything away, strip out everything that's not yoga, get right down to our basics. Our kids used to say when they were in high school how much fun it would be to be back in second grade. They would just nail the classwork. They'd be awesome at the basketball, the intramurals. It would be so wonderful to just start over again. So for those that have been practicing for a while, this is your opportunity to start over, get on maybe a new track, or maybe reinforce some fundamentals that you really missed when you were going through it the first time. For those that haven't had a regular practice, that are fairly new to yoga, welcome. This is a wonderful place to start. So what we're going to do today is strip yoga away from all of the studio, all the music, all the mats. Strip it all away. And when you strip it away, and what do you have left? What you have left really is what I've developed, maybe 20 years ago, teaching yoga to my niece, was 3 basic rules of yoga. And these 3 basic rules can carry you through this series of classes, or pretty much through any class you have, from beginner to advanced to vinyasa to hot. And it's really the foundation of yoga. And you take it away, what are we looking at for yoga? The Yoga Sutras, the second verse, Yoga Chitta Vritti Nirodha. Yoga is a cessation of the fluctuations of the mind. That's a little too deep for this class, so we're going to get there eventually. For here, we're just going to say yoga is all about controlling prana, all about controlling subtle energy. But eventually we'll see that this subtle energy control really takes us into the control of the fluctuations of the mind, really takes us step by step into the advanced yoga practices of the higher yoga. But at first, we're just going to focus on yoga is control of prana, pranayama. And how do we control prana? We control prana initially through the breath. The yoga, the prana is hiding behind the breath in our bodies. Eventually we can see that, we don't need breath to control yoga, to control the prana, but it's a good place to start. And so the 3 rules of yoga. First rule is breath creates motion. You use the breath to create motion in the body. Once you find that motion behind the breath, the pranas move in the body, the practice takes on a magical quality. Second rule, inhales create expansion. Inhales create strength. Inhales create opening. Inhales expand the body, expand the mind, expand everything. Inhales are expanding. Third rule, exhales create relaxation. Because what are we trying to do at the end of the day? We're trying to create relaxation through the practice. We're trying to relax our muscles, not lengthen our muscles, not expand the muscles, but train the muscles to relax. If we can relax the muscles, if we can relax the body, if we can relax the mind, all through the exhales, we'll just have a much better experience in understanding ourselves and our relationships to the subtle energy, the prana in there. So we have 3 rules. Breath creates motion, inhales create expansion, exhales create relaxation. So how do we do that in practice? Let's practice that. We'll do a few examples of how to do that, and then we will flow into a little practice to understand it at a deeper level. So at first we have to get into breath, because it's all about breath. Breath creates motion. And so how do we breathe? We'll have a later class detailing a lot of the details of the Ujjayi breath technique. But for now, let's just suffice it to say, if you know Ujjayi breath, do your Ujjayi breath. If you don't know Ujjayi breath, just breathe with your mouth closed. Breathe through your nose. Important, breathe with the belly. So as you inhale, expand the belly. Let the breath extend the belly down, a nice big Buddha belly. As you exhale, pull the navel in, push all that air out so you get a complete exhale. So you inhale, expand the belly through the nose, exhale, depress the belly through the exhale through the nose. That's enough of breath for today, but if you focus on the belly and the nose, those are the two of the hardest things to learn on the breath. That'll develop a habit, and once you get into the habit of those two pieces, we can piece by piece add additional elements to the breath. So with those, the belly and the nose, let's just do a little exercise. Sit comfortably, sit in a chair, sit on the floor, sit on a stone wall, whatever's comfortable for you. Just be comfortable. And inhale, lift the arms up. Inhale, arms up. Maybe interlock the hands and lift. Exhale, arms down. Find some rhythm. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms down. Very simple. Do that a couple more times. Inhale, up, expand. Exhale, down, relax. Two more of those. Up, down, up, down. Very simple, but that's really yoga in a nutshell. If you don't believe me, just lift your arms up without breathing. Just sit, lift the arms up. See if they don't feel heavy like a rock. See if they don't fall to the side, just from the weight of the arms. And then go back to the breath. Ujjayi breath, belly, nose, inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms down. One more. See a lightness. Experience a lightness to the flow. That's the lightness of the prana move in the body. If you want another example, exhale, let the air out. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, arms up. Inhale, arms down. See if that just doesn't feel wonky. I cannot do it more than once. It just feels really strange. So we just know that the inhales lift the arms, the exhales take the arms down. Do a few times, get the hang of it. Know that really there is that connection between breath and movement. And once you break that connection of breath and movement, the practice becomes much more difficult. That's the key to dance. That's the key to martial arts. Everything is understanding how to handle this energy, this motion, and we start through the breath. Second example, inhales create expansion. We've already seen one example where we inhale and we expand up. All of our inhales are going to expand us up. But let's exhale and let the air out and roll to the side. From this position, just take an inhale. Expand the belly. Open the breath, breathe through the nose, and feel where the breath expands you. Most likely, the breath is going to expand you right here. And then exhale, let the breath out. See where the body relaxes you. The body is going to relax right here where the breath touched you. Very important key elements of yoga. As you inhale, the breath is going to expand where you have tightness. And that's going to bring your mental awareness to where the breath touched. As you exhale, the body will relax. The body will relax where the mind is attached to, and the mind will be attached to the place the breath touched. So what we're doing is kneading a balloon that's covered with glue. Dry glue on a balloon, you expand, the balloon expands, some of that glue flakes off, you see a little flake off, you depress the balloon, it relaxes, some of that tightness just falls off. And we go through different parts of the body, different parts of the balloon, expanding, contracting. You just release tension throughout the whole body just by doing the breath and being mentally aware of the motion of the breath in the body. We do the other side. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, float to the second side. Take a breath here. Feel the breath under your side rib over here. Then exhale, let the breath out. Allow that to relax. Do it again. Inhale. Feel the breath just touching you right there. Feel the opening, feel the release. Exhale. Allow some calmness to find the body. See a little bit of subtle movement. Let the inhale come back to center. Exhale, take the arms back down. Very simple, very powerful. My mascot for when I'm teaching this is Wacky Wavy Tube Man. If you've ever been to a used car dealer with the Wacky Wavy Tube Man flopping around, he is our mascot. He is the ultimate yogi because he is completely relaxed. The only thing that's creating the motion is the breath. The breath is allowing him to move and dance very free. The inhales expand him up so elegantly. The exhales allow him to come back down. So as you're breathing, going through the practice, just channel your inner Wacky Wavy Tube Man. Allow the breath to move. So we're not really working the practice. You learn to get a mental aspect that, oh, we're not working into the pose. We're not trying to do anything in the pose. We just take the posture. Whenever you're in a posture, the posture has a certain energy to it. Eventually you become aware of that energy and you're in the pose, the breath is flowing, the breath is doing the work, so you really don't have to. Your goal is to just breathe and relax. By breathing and relaxing while you're moving, sets the stage, a little foreshadowing for sitting and breathing without moving. If you can sit and breathe and move the prana without moving, that's a wonderful meditation practice. If you can sit and move prana without breathing, that's an even deeper meditation practice. So that's where this practice is going to be taking us. So inhales allow us to move, or breath allows us to move. Inhales create us expansion. Exhales allow us to relax. We showed an example with the lean. If we twist, if we inhale, just sit and do an inhale, and then we exhale and twist, because a twist is naturally going to be an exhale, because as you twist, the breath is going out of the body. And then when you come back to center, just like Wacky Wavy Tube Man, you fill the body up with air, you have to come back to center. And then you exhale, you release back to center. That's, in a nutshell, every practice what we're doing. When you're doing advanced asana practice, the inhales will expand you, the inhales will open you up, the exhales will take you into the pose, the inhales will take you out of the pose, the exhales will return you back to center. And just like flapping the arms, if you get the breath backwards, once you keyed into that movement of the prana through the body, you'll feel backwards. You'll feel that something's not quite right. And then you'll recheck the breath and find yourself back to the rhythm. So let's do a short, maybe a 4-minute practice. Just to a simple practice. Hopefully this becomes part of your daily routine. This is designed to open up the spine, because the spine, the center of the spine, the sushumna, is the main energy pathway for prana. Important to get that opened up early. As we progress through, we'll get into some more poses to open up the energy different ways. So we're going to have just a 4-part practice. We're going to inhale and lift our arms up. It's important to have the interlock of the hands if possible, so that you have a loop of prana through so you can feel that energy. It's useful to have the shoulders down instead of up, just so that everything is open. If you can, take the shoulders back so you get everything open. This becomes a very powerful pose in itself, to just get all the lymph system drained through the body, to get everything open. up through here. Get the neck, the spine aligned so you can, again, move the prana. So we're going to inhale, lift the arms up. Then we're going to do what we did before. Exhale, lean, exhale, lean. And then we're going to exhale and twist to both sides. And then we're going to exhale, lean forward, inhale, lean back, and return. A little foreshadowing, and now I'll talk you through the practice. And doing all this instruction before, so if this is your second time through the video, you can just fast forward to this point and have a nice lead practice. As I'll talk you through this once, you can rewind it. And we'll be doing about a 7-second breath. We'll inhale for about 5 seconds, hold for about 2 seconds, then exhale for about 5 seconds, and pause for 2. So get yourself comfortable, relax, nice, easy, seated pose, chair, stand if you wish, foreground, mat, turn on music, whatever suits you. And then begin, exhale. Take the breath down to the belly, pull that navel into the spine. And now inhale, count of 5, arms up. Exhale, lean to your right, count of 5, pause for 2. Inhale, let that inhale magically take you back to center. Exhale, let that exhale curve you to the left. Inhale back to center. Exhale, twist to the right. Get that little twist in the spine. Inhale back to center. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale back to center. Exhale, lean forward a little bit, not all the way down, just enough to get length through the spine. And then pause. And then inhale, come up, open the heart, open the chest. Pause for a couple seconds. And then exhale, return back to center. Simple routine, but it gets the habit of the breath moving with the body in simple poses. We get the habit of inhales expanding us. We get the habit of exhales allowing us to relax. Let's do that again. I'll breathe with you. We'll go a little slower. This is going to be our theme. Start quick and then go slow. This time we'll do a 6-second inhale and a 3-second pause. And I'll speak even less because ultimately you want to memorize this routine so that you can do it without cues, so that your only cue is your breath. And then you feel like I'm just sitting and breathing and the breath is moving the body and I'm just doing my breath. That is where we're trying to get to with this practice. So let's do it again. A 9-second breath. Exhale, let the breath out. Inhale, arms up, belly out. Pause. Exhale, right. Pause. Let the inhale take you to center. Pause. Let the exhale take you to the other side. Inhale, center. Pause. Exhale, right twist. Let the inhale carry you to center. Let the exhale take you to the left. Pause. Inhale, center. Exhale, lean forward. Pause. Inhale back. Exhale, return. Wonderful. Excuse me. Okay, let's do that one more time. Actually, let's do it two more times. Once I'll do it with very few mental cues, just as it is. So when you really are almost into the practice, you just throw this in and I'll keep the rhythm. Very few cues, maybe a little slower, maybe a 7-second inhale, 3.5-second pause. That'll be about 3 breaths a minute. As you slow the mind down, slow the breath down, you can get a little bit more feel for it ultimately. Hopefully you can do this practice, slow it down to maybe 2 breaths a minute and really get into a nice meditative state. So exhale, let the breath out. Inhale, arms up. Right. Center. Left. Inhale, center. Left. Right. Inhale, center. Left. Inhale, center. Forward. Inhale up. Exhale, return. Wonderful. We did a 7-second, a 9-second, 10.5-second breath through those routines. One more variation we can do on this simple routine, which would feel really wonderful, is we'll do that same routine, but we'll take an extra breath. So we'll inhale up, we'll exhale to the side, and we'll take a breath on the right side. We'll take a breath on the left side. And then you can really feel, while you're in that pose, the first practice really reinforced breath creating motion. If we take an extra breath while we're in a static position, we'll really feel the inhales creating expansion and the exhales creating relaxation. We'll do this again with our 8-second breath. We'll speed up the breath a little bit, but we will also feel free to expand the breath and add additional inhales and exhales at these pauses. And you can see, if you've been doing a regular vinyasa practice, how this relates now to a lot of the practices we're doing, where you're in down dog for 5 breaths, but just not holding it and not straining it, but feeling the energy, feeling the prana movement through that. Takes practice. It'll take a regular practice of this to get there, but eventually, it clicks and you see it, and your practice really has a whole different quality to it. So let's do a one breath practice. Same 6 postures. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, right. Inhale here. And of course, exhale. Inhale to center. Let the breath carry you there. Exhale left. One breath. No effort. Let the breath carry you to center. Exhale, arms down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, twist right. One breath here. Feel it in the spine. Exhale. Let the inhale unwind you. Let the twist force the exhale. One breath. Inhale, center. Exhale, forward. One breath. Pay attention to where it touches you. Exhale, release where it touched. Inhale, up. Exhale, relax. Slow, smooth, expansive inhale. Exhale, return. Hope you enjoyed this little session today. These are very simple but very powerful exercises that we're going to continue to build on class after class, month after month, and this will be our foundation that will build our asana practice, our pranayama practice, our meditation practice. So until next class, thank you all so much for joining me. It's been a pleasure sharing this all with you. Namaste.